So nah, man, you had to do 3 years up in there.
I came down to 21 to 27 months, and the judge gave me 21 months. Okay. So I do 21 months.
Okay. So, man, what would you say was the hardest part of going up in there for you, man, just being behind the wall during that time? Because it's a big part of my platform to, like, tell the people the real, because, you know, they hype it up, it get glamorized and glorified a lot. And I be on some stuff, man. I get tired of my brothers having to go sit behind the cage for this cracker system that they built. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know. They used to lease niggas out when they started the prison system. They was leasing out slaves. They put them in prison and leased them for work and everything. So I look at prison, that's still the cycle as a whole. So what you say is like the worst thing you had to go through in there?
Being away from your loved ones is number one, for sure. It's like, you'll be in a unit with 150, 200 niggas you don't know. You might run across a nigga you know, maybe or whatever, but you go from laying up in your crib, you got King, California King, you can get up and drink when you want to drink, eat what you want to eat, whatever, watch TV to lights out, or stand up, count time, or laundry time, or child time. Like, nigga, you want that shit like... I know how niggas be getting institutionalized because there's so much different shit you gotta be able to react to and be on point for, on top of the niggas. You feel me? Like, that shit, don't get me wrong, you know, if you got a name or you got some pay or both, you can figure your way out around a lot of the hardships of it, but that shit ain't sweet at all. That shit dirty. The food, trifling. Of course, you gonna say, oh yeah, Thursday they got chicken. Nigga, that chicken ain't shit. You won't eat that shit out here in the free world, you feel me?
Nah,
but I'm gonna say the hardest part for sure is being away from your loved ones, because even if they visiting and sending pictures and all that shit, that's all you got to, when the visit over and they gotta walk away, that's when your kids go start crying. That's when your girl go start crying. When they ain't going back with you, nigga. You about to go back in here with all these niggas. Mm-hmm. That's the hardest part, hands down. After that, shit, like missing shit, like people dying, missing holiday, missing moments if you got kids. Like, all that shit is the worst shit. And it's even worse, like, I came down with 21 months. So it's niggas that gotta be in this bitch forever in this bitch. Niggas that done already been here 10 times the amount I'm about to be here. And sometimes them niggas don't beat. It don't matter if you ain't snitch or none of that. Like, my paperwork clean. 55-818-039. Can look me up, but it's niggas who don't give a fuck about none of that. You might say or do the wrong shit, and they might snap on you just because they know you going home. You feel me? Like, that shit, that Fed shit different, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. That shit crazy.
Well, you had to do what they had sent you to, because I know in the Feds they send niggas like all over and shit.
Yeah, I wound up going to Milan. I went to Milan, Michigan. Okay. The FCI. It's a low. Okay. That bitch, it's cool. You feel me? You can get your 1-2 on in there. Those who know. But yeah, I wound up going to Milan. I looked up. I stayed close to home, so
yeah,
it was cool.